So do you remember the categories?
The categories, we got trash, useful stuff, auction stuff, and
Wood,
wood,
metal.
metal.
Okay. How would you classify this thing here?
Well, it looks like an engine, or something of that sort.
It looks like an engine. Bailey, I want to know what pile it's going to go
Powder
into.
sprayers, so it's for beans or spraying some stuff in plants. So I'd guess it's probably something vintage to sell in auction.
Okay, yeah, this will go in the auction pile. We might get $1 for it, so. But, hold up, before we get busy, come with me, come with me.
All right.
All right, so as much as I hate to admit it, whoa, I'm balanced on something. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm not perfect. And one of my weaknesses is wearing safety equipment. So you have your gloves. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. There's so many comments about wearing a mask and gloves and hard hat and all that stuff. So here is a dust mask, and I'm gonna wear one as well. Because it's broken.
Are they all
That
broken?
one's broken. Are they all broken?
Dang, they're all broken.
No, that one works. All right.
Nope, it's broken.
What?
They come off like butter.
How is that even possible?
Maybe some animal got to them? Since they're all broken on one side.
Are they just so old that yeah, they're just
probably
falling off. Whoa, I didn't buy any masks because I knew that there was this pile of them here. I don't know if we caught that on film before I turned it off, but he said, does that mean we're not turning over a new leaf? All right, so just went down 3 flights of stairs, made it almost out, and realized my bag is upstairs with my wallet in it. So this is getting off to a really slow start today. All right. I need to count those stairs. That's a good first job for you, Bailey. Why don't you go count the stairs, okay?
Count the stairs, all right.
Yeah, how many steps I'm going up and down every day. I think my wallet's in here. Okay, how many stairs?
36 stairs every time you walk up that. All the way to the 3rd floor.
36 stairs, okay. Oh, look what I found. I found a mask.
Oh, let's see if they work.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I think I'll have you wear that guy. How's that?
It's covered in lead paint, yeah.
I don't know. So, that was a bust. Over $20 for a single cloth mask there. So, we're gonna head over to Walmart and see some. I guess it was expensive because it was a black color. I don't know. $20? Are you worth it?
No.
So I'm not particularly a penny pincher by any stretch of the imagination, but I also don't want to throw money away. $20 for a cloth mask?
Yeah. It's only
Not a fan of these either because I have my doubts that they form fit to your face, but it's much more agreeable. $5 for 3 instead of 20 for 1. Bailey asked me if the masks over there were made out of silk. Okay, so we got sugar bomb donuts and sody pop and masks and save $10. What do you think about that?
So it's pretty nice.
All right, Bailey. Life lesson time. When you see all the extra sugar on those donuts?
Yeah.
So when you get those sugar bomb donuts, you need to pair that with a Diet Coke because you got to watch your sugar intake, okay?
Well, good thing I have a high metabolism, so I don't have to worry about that.
I got a medium metabolism.
That's pretty large.
Large. Boy. Go ahead and put it on. Let me see how it looks on you. All right, so wood goes here, okay? Throw metal in this pile. Throw cardboard right here, and then trash goes there, okay? And then someday we're gonna park a dumpster behind that fire escape and just throw everything out into the dumpster, so. All right, so this, you see this metal strip?
Yeah.
That goes on the top, and then you basically give it a pinch like that, and it will form it to your nose on your face, okay? Oh yeah, so that's a better fit than I was thinking it would be once you form it, so. Okay, let's go get busy. Okay, so we have this old table. I don't know how early this is. It, as far as I know, it wasn't in the really old 1919 photographs. But looking at the wood, it's pretty old. And it's very long. I would say 15 feet long probably. So put together with angle iron. And I'm kind of interested to get all this cleaned off so I can get a look at it. So no idea what's going to happen with it, but a lot depends on just what it looks like once we get it out. This table's got some like pretty funky, interesting things. So if I see anything pretty cool, I'll make sure and show it to you guys. Industrial zippers, those are kind of cool. Somebody will want those, I'm sure. Too heavy for one hand. I don't know what that is, but it was in the auction. Bailey? Hey, so if you see things like cans of paint, varnish, cleaning chemicals, anything that's like chemical related, we need to find a place to put all that in one place because the city has like a hazardous products removal day, and we can take it to them, and then they'll dispose of all of it. So
Okay.
we need to give it its own little pile category. That looks pretty neat. That's a interesting industrial sconce. Huh. Cool. So this is interesting. It's a really old advertising ashtray, and it says Beaches Plumbing and Electric. Just like a vintage tin ashtray that was stamped, and they had their advertising info put right there. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe the window's too dirty. But on that window, it says Beaches Plumbing and Heating. So this building used to be, after the, it's had lots of purposes, including an auction house. It was a shoe factory. One of its iterations was a plumbing and heating company, and right across the street was a different plumbing and heating company. So I guess this was the competition. So it may be too early to get excited, but I was just looking at this as I'm getting it cleared off, and there's some really nice color on this board, on this surface. So There probably is a bunch of oil stains and stuff like that. But look at all the marks. This thing was used. Oh my gosh. This was a workbench, a real workbench. Look at that. Oh, super excited now. Come here. Come here for a second. So, hold on a second. I want you to look at this tabletop, okay? Look at all these scratches on here. These nicks and marks and scratches.
Yeah.
So, every one of these marks and scratches represents like an 8-hour work shift. Some guy standing here, some woman standing here. Work until their knuckles bleed. And so think about the history of this table. Tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited does that make you?
I'm not really excited looking at it. More depressing looking, but...
It's depressing. Bailey, that's history right there.
History of a guy working an 8-hour shift, maybe even more.
Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. So here's the stuff that we have set aside for our auction. I've showed it so many times before. Does that fit in that hole? Like that? I don't know. I don't even... I'm not sure, but that's the same color, right? That's the exact same color. There was a smaller... Oh, that's what it is. There was a smaller Roto-Rooter. I think we sold it already. And that's probably the missing part for that little guy. It's the same as this thing on this one. Unless that goes in there. Let me know in the comments if this is part of that or if that went with a smaller version. It's really the exact same color. So it might go to this guy. I'm not sure. Okay, so it's getting hot in here. Had something on my mind recently, and it's just been, it just keeps coming back to my mind. And so, here we go. Bailey? So, you're 17 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bailey just turned 17. It's kind of a big time in his life, and you got a job. He got a job with the University of Illinois doing maintenance stuff over the summer as like a high school job. So you're turning into a strong young man, and so I wanted to give you a gift and commemorate the situation. Here's a pair of Daisy Duke cutoff shorts I've been saving for you.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I was just curious, so I pulled this newspaper out in there, and it says Sunday, April 25th, 1971. So, check out those bell bottoms. Sadly, some things are just not savable. This, I believe, is part of a vacuum cleaner, but it could be great over a porcelain enamel lampshade coming out of a wall. Here's an old vintage side mirror. I think, is that a horn of some kind? I found a case of these gigantic staples. And that's pretty much it for the top of the table. I think there's some hardware stuff. Not sure what these guys are. I won't throw those out or scrap them just because they look like they might come in handy. And there's a whole bunch of them, whatever they are. What do we got back here? Oh, shelf brackets. Brackets. Those are hanger rod hangers. for curtains. So, okay. That's it. Oh yeah, these are cool. These old vintage socket covers. There's another one over on the floor. I'm gonna keep that. If I can incorporate that here, I will definitely use those. Okay, so I got a total of 3 of these guys. I'm gonna set those aside. Where's the one? Oh, this guy here. Man, that's gonna look great when it's all cleaned up and moisturized. Look at that. Good grief.
At least it doesn't look depressing as much now.
Yeah, it's not quite as depressing. Okay, that's pretty darn cool. The reason I had Bailey came up with the idea to use that paintbrush because there was some like strips of something nailed here. I guess you can see there was a track here and a track here, probably to hold something in place. And then these little nails and staples were catching the rag, and so we used that brush, and it looked a lot better. But yeah. Wow. So I think, because that is 15 feet long. When was the last time you saw something like that? The only sad thing is it doesn't have great legs on it. It's all angle iron. And I need to measure it because I don't know if it was built right there or if it will fit through that door. So we'll measure that. And darn it, that could make one heck of a kitchen island if it put a front on it with drawers and stuff. The only problem is I don't think anybody has a kitchen that can accommodate a 15-foot table. So, all right, let's measure and see if we can get this through the door. Oh, it's gonna go. Should go through, okay. Alrighty. Bailey, that peanut butter sandwich is looking pretty good right now.
Don't you have 2 donuts, Chris?
2 donuts? I bought 1 donut for me and 1 donut for you.
Yeah, you have 2 donuts and I have a sandwich.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter and honey.
Peanut butter and honey.
Yeah.
Well, that's got some calories in it too. Of course, thinking you could probably use it. Okay, so pop quiz. This is a one for the old timers. So, well, most of my channel's viewers are old timers, but I seem to remember something like this when I was a kid. Check this out. It's like a T-bar that you would turn and sink this metal rod into the ground, and it's wired directly into a wall outlet plug right there with nothing in between it, just straight electricity right out of the wall. And there's probably some use for that with, you know, for electricians or somebody doing work, but I think, if I remember something like that for finding earthworms for fishermen. Like you would twist this into the ground and then plug it in the wall, and then they would like all wiggle up to the surface, like after a rain. Am I right on that, or am I like way off? Am I way off on that? So please let me know in the comments what you think. What is this thing? This guy looks pretty old. It's an old car radio. It says Sonomatic. Look at the, you hear that? I guess that's the tuner and that's the power and volume. So that is a chunky old car radio. Okay, so we got this old cabinet, and I think it's pretty cool. Somebody at some point painted it silver, and it would be perfect for somebody's garage. Put their oil cans in, or just store some old tools and that kind of thing in. So yeah, pretty nice. So we're gonna pull that out, and then we're gonna move this table out and clean out all that stuff underneath there, and then we'll be able to hopefully remove it from this space as well. So oh my gosh, this thing is
Don't break something.
huh?
Don't break something or give birth.
Don't give birth.
Yeah.
Woo! I almost lifted the card up, didn't I?
Yeah. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't.
I need you to lean against it because I'm going to scoot it up.
All right.
Lean against it.
All right.
That'll have to do.
Sure don't break anything. Technically broke this thing in half.
Okay. Bailey. Yeah, you got to pull forward. We're gonna have to pull it through, not push it through. Okay. Stop right there. Right. Switch. Got it?
It's just lifting the card up. It's not.
Really nice. You got it? Okay.
I don't got it.
I just want to make sure you're there. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Woo! Pick it up and hop it over to like right around. Is it recording? It is. It is. Okay. Ready? 1, 2. Let's do it. And that board under there goes to this. That board there. Ready? Take these. Huh? It needs to be more rigid. Okay, so now we need to sweep all this out. Hey, you lost your ninja star.
Oh, dang. That's where I put it.
So Bailey, hold up a second. I want to show you something that, check out this. So this is like old timer ingenuity, right? Mm-hmm. Look under this table, and what do you think those are?
Put something between the slot and then.
Yeah, that's what they used it for. But those are door pulls. And I know that because I've seen them on other doors in the building. But what happened is, what's going on here is, I mean, they could be drawer, I guess. And somebody else used them as door pulls. But do you see this lip right here?
Yeah.
So on the inside, they'd have a little drawer they could pull out here. And it would sit on these two lips right here. Let me check something out here. Come here, bud. So here's one that's like still in place on the door. Now either that's made for shelves or it's made for doors. And so in one of these two places, they've repurposed it. And so it's a lot of like ingenuity, creative ingenuity. Just, okay, so I really wanted to move this from the room, and it's not entirely too heavy. It's just that the boards are really long, and when you pick it up, it kind of sags in the middle because the frame is not rigid. So I have to get some more angle iron, preferably some really old angle iron so it'll look right, and shore up that frame so it's really rigid. And then once I do that, we'll be able to move it out. So sadly, for now, it's just going to stay where it's at. And I want to show you one other really cool thing that we have here. And this is an old pool table. People said that this was where all the slate that I found originally was, but that's not right. Mostly I know because it doesn't even fit. It's the wrong measurements. But this iron tube frame is really cool because so it's got these cross members and it's got these things that you can bolt legs to it. So that's not even the best part. So if I lay it down here, you can see that it is recessed all the way around. About 3/4 of an inch. And that lip goes all the way around. So I can inlay a really nice tabletop in this. This iron is not too heavy. I mean, it's heavy, but it's not like really, really thick stuff. So I can drill and put bolts through it and then, you know, almost like it's riveted all the way around, which would give it a really cool industrial look. And I'll get some machine base legs for industrial machines and put it underneath. And that will be a very, very cool industrial table. So that is a project that I'll be looking forward to. Okay, I don't know if it's going to show up in camera, but look at the color of the floor. It's like purple. Wow. This thing here, when you first look at it, you're like, oh, wow, that's kind of a cute little, you know, hallway chair or something and bench. But it's just a flat plywood box. And it's pretty rickety. And yeah, kind of, I don't know. I am not feeling it, so I think it's going to get put on the wood pile. Scattered around the building are all kinds of original windows. They did additions, and then they would pull these windows, and they're just sitting around the building. So, because all of the windows that are still in place, they're all complete, so nothing's missing. These had to be from when they did the new additions to the building. Got a couple old mid-century swivel chairs. Another chair there. Some really old radios back there. It's like 3 of them. And a couple 50-gallon drums. So this thing is pretty cool, but I'll wait till we get it pulled out to show it to you, this rack here. This is neat. I was gonna say unexpected, but it's not really unexpected. Brand new in box, still got the invoice on it. Electric motor. Let's see here. I think it's in great shape. I mean, there's no doubt that thing works. Okay, so this thing over here is kind of a bit of a unique item, little oddball type thing. I can tell by the color that it's probably original to the building. It's almost camouflage. And it's some kind of a platform. And I think if you set a couple poles in the ground and you know, set them vertically into the ground and they fit into those pipes, you'd have an elevated platform. I'm trying to film over here. You're making racket. So, hey, I'll get you a box and we can throw all that clothing in it. Okay. But, yeah, that's pretty neat. I mean, I don't know what could be done with that, but I'm going to set it aside. It came from the building, so it's going to stay. Well, apparently it was something mass produced. USS, USA. Somebody put an R there. Russia. Okay. Or maybe it's a USSR. I don't know. But made in America. America. Check this one. I bet this is pretty old. Is that like a water bladder? It looks like, is it military? Or like Boy Scouts or something? I don't know. It's covered in dirt, but it looks like some kind of a water bladder. And then a place to hang it. It's a canvas bag. I don't see any writing on it or anything. But yeah, it's kind of neat. Good grief, Bailey. Good job. You did it. You did it.
We did it, Chris.
Oh my gosh. So these giant windows that let so much light in here, and it looks great. It looks great. I mean, this is about I don't know, at least 20 feet across, and probably double that long, and completely empty space with a bunch of light. And this could be a great studio for somebody, or it could be a workshop even, like a wood shop or something. Either way, it looks great. And it's just one more space that's cleared out. Look how dirty I am. So I'm always, you know, conscious of all of the trash and all the stuff that's in the background in the video. I try to keep in mind, you better keep your mask on. It's not quite time yet. I mean, I try to keep in mind that I'm not the one that brought all the stuff in, so I can't feel too guilty about it, but it feels great to get a place cleared out, because then when I'm working on a project or whatever, it doesn't look like a tornado hit it. So this is another space. It's a blank canvas stage, and you ready to go home?
I'm ready to go home and die.
To die? You're too young to die. What's up with that? All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.